YNR fans, welcome back to the channel. It's Hump Day Wednesday, and yeah, we got another conversation to be had about these residents in Genoa City. I'm telling you, this episode was packed with drama, intrigue, and enough emotional roller coasters that'll keep you glued to your screens. I mean, we had everything from hallucinations, we got warnings, and we got Lily pushing Billy. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and dive into this episode for July 31st. So let's kick off this episode over at the ranch, over at Sharon's place, because it is a hot mess. Mariah checked in over there, only to find her sister Faith has already started a cleanup operation. And you know it's serious when Faith is channeling her inner Marie Kondo because the house is a straight up disaster zone. Yeah, it looked like a tornado swept through it, and the sisters are immediately on high alert because for Sharon, cleanliness is next to sanity, and this mess screams chaos. Now, Mariah and Faith are exchanging glances at each other, and they looking really worried. I mean, the intuition is tingling. Faith tries to rationalize it, chalking it up to Sharon being overwhelmed at work. But Mariah, yeah, she's not buying it. She got that "I know there's something up" look on her face, and she's determined to get to the bottom of it too. I mean, could it be that her mom is spiraling? Yeah, it seems so, but whatever it is, it's enough to send Mariah's spidey senses into overdrive, and she's not letting it slide. Anyone up for a game of chess? Why? Because over at Newman, Victor Newman is in his office scheming like the grandmaster he is. He is filling Nick in on the latest Adam and Chelsea saga, and apparently they managed to pick up Connor from the facility and everybody's breathing a sigh of relief. But let's not kid ourselves. The drama's never really over when it comes to Newman's, right? Right. Now, Victor, always the strategic thinker, is hopeful that Adam can now put his focus on running Newman Media. But Nick, being skeptical, is more interested on how Victor plans to wrestle Chancellor away from Jill and Billy. And Victor, of course, is tight-lipped, it's zipped about his master plan, leaving Nick and the rest of us guessing and wondering just what kind of corporate sorcery he got up his sleeve. However, the conversation took a quick turn because what Mariah called Nick, interrupting their cloak and dagger corporate discussion about real world crisis. Now, Sharon has gone AWOL, and the messy house is sending alarm bells ringing. Now, Nick promises to jump right in and help as soon as he wrap up his meeting with Victor. So after getting off the phone, Nick is not done with Victor yet. He's probing Victor further, fishing for clues about Chancellor's acquisition scheme. Now, Victor, he remains tight-lipped, wrapped in this whole riddle and cryptic messages, only revealing that Lily is the wild card in this whole chess match. Now, Nick insists that Lily shouldn't be a target. Victor agreed with that, adding that Lily and Nikki would likely work well together, and he don't want her caught in this crossfire either. But we all know that in the game of business, pawns are sometimes sacrificed for the greater good. Now enters Devon, and I guess Victor is calling in favors already, and he hasn't even been legally married into the family yet. Yep, Devon was summoned to Victor's lair for a little chat. Now, Nick greets him with congratulations on that engagement before Devon dives into the nitty-gritty with Victor. Now, Victor wants to know what's been happening since this split with Lily. Now, Devon's revealing that Lily actually stayed with Billy, and the company rebanding of Abbott Chancellor hits Victor like a bucket of cold water. And the sadness is apparent as Victor processes this whole new dynamic. He had shock on his face. Devon, too, is feeling the sting of the change, admitting that he wished his sister well, but harbors no goodwill toward Billy. Now, this is where Victor started weaving his web, bluntly asking Devon, here's this favor, if he wants to take Billy down a peg or two. Now, Devon, trying to be the peacemaker, concedes that while he and Billy aren't exactly BFFs, he's not gunning for any type of revenge. Now, Victor, not a one to let opportunity slip, and he gave Devon a little bit of a stare. Yeah, because you know Victor was going to call in a favor since he's marrying into this family. He nudged Devon to reconsider. Now, he wants Devon to see that protecting Lily means taking action against Billy. Now, with his persuasive powers in full force, Victor painted a whole grim picture of Chancellor's future under Billy's tutelage, warning that disaster is looming and Devon, you better act now to save your sister from the impending fallout. So now Devon walks away torn between loyalty to his sister and Victor's Machiavellian advice and, request. Nick sees through Victor's veneer, suspecting that his father's true intent is to use Devon, and of course it is, to spook Lily into steering clear of Billy's ship before it hits an iceberg. And Victor's cryptic, "Let the excitement begin," only fuels Nick's suspicions that this is just the beginning of a long and winding road of corporate intrigue. So now let's talk about Sharon. Now she's over at the park at Genoa City. Sharon finds herself, she's haunted by the past. Now, ghost Cassie's voice is lingering in the air, and a vision of Nick, the handsome Nick, even though the real Nick is over at Newman Enterprises, materializes to engage her in a conversation about the scars of loss and the burden of grief. Now, Sharon confides in Phantom Nick, confessing her struggles with Cassie's absence and the relentless march of time that refuses to heal old wounds. And it's a gut-wrenching moment, I tell you, as Sharon's heartache is laid right across the table. She knows Cassie's gone, yet her presence is forever etched into her mind and memory and soul. Now, imaginary Nick takes her hand, gently reminding her that the fire within her hasn't been extinguished. Despite the years of all that pain, he assures her that the person he once loved is still there, doing her best to care for those she holds close. Now, Sharon is teetering on the edge of despair, and she is very sad about her perceived failures, convinced that she couldn't protect her daughter. Now, Phantom Nick, trying to be the voice of reason, asks what advice she would offer a patient drowning in this self-blame. And the irony isn't lost on Sharon, as she acknowledges that she urged them to reframe their thinking, yet for her, the words don't make sense, and it's just words, and it's hollow thoughts. Now, despite all of the ghosts of the past, Nick assures her that they remain connected, eternally bound by the memory of Cassie. Now, Sharon's heart, she is aching with emptiness, this whole void that she can't seem to fill, no matter how many people, careers, or dreams that she even try to pursue. Now, Nick urges her to seek love again, to let her heart guide her forward. But Sharon is weary from a lifetime of heartache struggles, and she's hard trying to embrace the whole idea. She's loved, lost so many times, and these wounds, they're still raw. Now, their exchange is a little bit bittersweet too. It's filled with longing and unresolved tension, and we did have a tender moment where Phantom Nick wraps his arms around her, suggesting that perhaps the only way to heal is for them to be together. Yes, a chic reunion. But just as they share a passionate kiss, reality snapped back, leaving Sharon alone in that park bench, looking around, lost in the sauce, and her dreams is just disappearing in the air. So now let's swing back to Sharon's place. Faith and Mariah are still cleaning up, determined to bring this house back to a little bit of normalcy. And Faith hoped with time that Sharon's depression was going to fade, but the shadows are still lingering. Now, Mariah, she don't know how they can help her, feeling like Sharon is slipping through their fingers. Faith actually confides that she's worried Sharon hasn't even been taking her medication, fueling this anxiety about her mom's mental health. Nick has been brought into the loop, and if anybody can help Sharon navigate this stormy water, it's going to be him. Now, Mariah's guilt weighs heavy, admitting that she's been avoiding Sharon, fearful of the ghost of the past, especially since she looks like Cassie's twin. Now, Faith reveals that Sharon has been talking to Cassie when she thinks she's alone, which is a red flag that her grief is far from over. And of course, that twin is a constant reminder, being that Mariah and Cassie are twins, of what Sharon lost and what Cassie never got to experience. And it's kind of bittersweet between them two with this conversation, as they can't shake the fear of something happening, even when she thought about her own daughter, Aurea. Now, Faith knows that, losing a child leaves leaves a mark and a scar that never truly fades. Just as they try to rally together, Sharon comes in, worry is all over her face, and they ask her, "Are you okay?" And she was like, "I don't think so." And then let's head over to Chancellor's office where we got Billy and Lily. Now, Billy presents Lily with the latest mock-up of their company logo, eager for her approval, and Lily's pleased. Okay. In true Lily fashion, though, she's zero in on Billy because he ain't looking right. And she's asking him what's going on. She asked about Chelsea. She asked about Connor. And Billy opened up that the challenges that they faced with Connor's situation and his relief of having him back home. But she's also still worried about something that's going on with Chelsea that he just can't put his finger on. And he's concerned about what the future holds. Now, Lily, she asked him, "Hey, you want to talk about it?" But Lily, if I were you, I would be thinking about karma right now because, yeah, what he started out on BS with Chelsea is ending on BS with Chelsea because remember, he cheated on you and it's happening to him right now. Anyway, Lily's concern doesn't waver and she tried to steer the conversation back to business. They delve into discussion about tote bags. Tension is still there though, which obviously tells that there's unresolved issues lurking beneath the surface. Guess who shows up in true fashion based on what Victor told him? Devon, asking for a moment alone with his sister. Now, Lily, sensing that there's a little bit of urgency, she agreed to join him over at Crimson Lights. Devon's warning come thick and fast, urging her to reconsider her position over at Chancellor, that there's a storm brewing and he wants her out before it hits. Now, Lily's confident that the Winters can weather the storm, but Devon's foreboding tone give her pause. Something has changed, and he's adamant that she needs to jump ship before that tidal wave called Victor Newman come crashing down. Okay, so there you have it. I know y'all got a lot to say down in the comments section because this episode has left us with more questions than answers, and we're hanging on the edge of our seat for what's next. Will Sharon find the strength to confront her past? Can Nick and Victor navigate the treacherous water of family and business? And will Lily actually heed Devon's warning before it's too late? So we got to stay tuned. Also, what else you need to stay tuned for is the bold and the beautiful recap for today, as well as there's a whole lot of drama going on over in LA. Why? Because, yeah, there's a lot of laughter that's happening as, Steffi missed that flight to Monte Carlo. And we all know that Hope is going to be laughing and smiling from ear to ear because she didn't want her to go. And let's see what happens when Steffi responds to Hope gloating. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on your notifications so you're notified every time a video is posted. Till the next one, we'll see you all soon. Bye, Soapies.